Hello, my name is Amy Sturkey. I am a pediatric physical therapist, so retired. And I'm here with Lexi, and Lexi is 23 years old, and she's a writer with her mom, and she also has cerebral palsy due to kernicterus. And kernicterus is a condition caused by poorly managed jaundice by her medical team. Lexi and I are talking, and she's going to use a communication device that she has an amazing English accent on to be able to answer questions. I provided these questions to her in advance, and she's going to be answering them. She also answers by sticking out her tongue to say yes, and she gives a little growl to say no. Can you tell me, how does it feel when someone's talking to you and speaks to your mom and does not speak to you?
Talking to anyone who is with me helping me, whether it's my mom or someone else, is belittling. It makes me feel like they either think I'm dumb or not worth their time. But it's a good judge of character, isn't it?
I agree that it's a great way to judge character, because that way you can just go, I don't need to spend my time with you if you're not even going to speak to me. So I think that's a good way just to clear the field to start off with, so you have the relevant people around you to start with. I know that you have an amazing memory. Does your incredible memory skill feel like a superpower, or does it kind of feel overwhelming?
Well, yes and yes. Having a great memory is amazing when you're, for instance, learning a foreign language. When you've gotten in a fight with a sibling or friend, or have a terrible day, not so much. Like I've said before, I rely on active non-remembering, which is actually a skill that takes practice. You have to tune out on purpose when something unpleasant is happening so that it doesn't set up residence in your brain.
Wow. Because I think it might be good to be able to remember everything to throw into an argument, like the kitchen sink, but because it sets up residence in your brain. What an interesting phrase. Because I do have times where something happens upsetting to me, and I have to, I think with the things said, you're supposed to put it way in the background and put it upside down and have them have a clown face on. And I have to try that, and I have a terrible memory. I am not good at remembering things. So I can see where, if things got in your brain and set up residence, that it would be even harder to get rid of those memories. Can you tell me something that makes you laugh every time?
My family has a secret word they whisper to me to get me to smile for pictures. It's a dirty word, so I can't say it here. But it always makes me laugh.
You can whisper it to me. All right. What do you want younger children who have complex physical disabilities to know?
I'd tell them that their life will probably be hard, but it can also be awesome. Don't let other people determine how far you can go. That power is yours.
Wow. That's a really powerful thing to say. Wow, I'm just processing that myself. Because I do think that, you know, they talk about the glass ceiling for becoming president, right? But there's a perceived glass ceiling for what you're capable of doing. And I just think by you writing a book, it's helping to break that glass ceiling too, just in a different way. And then you can be president. Anyway, tell me one more thing. What do you wish people understood about using a communication device?
I wish people knew how hard it is to use augmentative communication, especially computerized devices. It is really tiring and slow. People need to be patient and wait for an AAC user to finish typing what they want to say. It makes organic conversation really hard. If you are assuming competence based on speech alone, you need to rethink that. If Stephen Hawking had never had a communication method, would he have been any less brilliant?
Wow, that was brilliant. I do think that this interview would have been totally different if I had not given the questions to you beforehand, and you would have had to type out or however you manage your communication device, each answer, and the patience it would have taken. And so it's a luxury for me to have given you these questions beforehand. And you know, I bet that takes patience on both sides. It takes patience for the other person to be willing to wait for the answer, but patience from you too, because there would be plenty of times that I would go, oh, screw it, never mind. You know, it's not that important for me to tell you my really funny thing that I think that's hysterical, but you're never going to know because it's going to take too long to type that out. So I bet it takes patience on both sides. Lexi, I just want to say that I think your voice is really important. And I think people meeting you changes the way they interact with people who are in wheeled mobility in the future. And I think it takes bravery to do these kind of interviews. And I really appreciate you being willing to share your English voice and your great sense of humor. I hope you have found these conversations helpful, and we'll look forward to seeing you on a new video. If you want more, click over her head somewhere. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. If you liked this video and would like to be notified by email when the next video comes out, click the subscribe button here and click the golden bell icon and ensure notifications are enabled on your account.